What is up, Idle Ninjas? It's Aaron here with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the mechanics of the Wind God and how to actually beat the Wind God. In the background footage right here, I have an actual Wind God kill. So a couple of things that I want to talk about before we actually go into discussing the mechanics of the Wind God, or actually the setup to actually do it. I recommend a lot of people to use their reds at 90% when doing the Wind God. If you find yourself dying a lot when doing the Wind God, change your pet from your DPS pet to actually using the meow. This will help you out a lot in staying alive because you basically gain an extra life every time your meow is up when fighting the Wind God. This will help you actually stay alive and do some damage, as well as stop burning through your revives as a team or even as solo. So the first phase of the Wind God is actually the shield phase, and I estimate the shield to be about 40 quintillion at first. So breaking this shield is probably one of the hardest parts that people struggle on. There's no real mechanics to it, it's just breaking the shield and doing damage. The more damage you're going to do, of course, the faster you're going to break the shield. During this phase, the Wind God will do some attacks to you, as you can see above in the clip. The main dangerous attack during this one will be the actual whirlwind, where he spawns like 10-20 whirlwinds around him. So usually during that phase, you just want to go away as far as possible. That way you cannot die, basically. The hitboxes are kind of medium, I would say, so you can't. There are spots where you can find blank spots where you can actually fight the Wind God and still do damage during the shield phase. The other attacks that the Wind God does are pretty easily avoidable because they are indicated with a red indicator, like most of the different gods and aspects of the game when they do damage. After you break the shield, you'll go into your damage phase, where you'll have about 15 seconds to do as much damage as you can. There's no real mechanics, I guess, to this one. Normally he stands still for the entire of the fight, but there are some instances where he does some attacks. So yeah, just kind of DPS him down like you would do any god. If there are some attacks, just avoid them. Usually they're noted with red indicators again. And after you finish doing damage, he enters into another shield phase, which he also does this green swirl. So once he starts doing this green swirl, it's a pretty slow moving swirl that you can actually dodge it by standing close to him or actually just going in between the swirls. It lasts about 10 seconds, but during this swirl phase, you can actually DPS down the shield. This is the only real attack after it. After the swirls are done, he normally does a green AoE that does the entire screen. And I found the best way to avoid dying during this phase is to, when having your meow up, acts as your second life so you don't die. But if you don't have meow, basically you're probably gonna die unless you have a lot of HP to mitigate the damage. I'm not too sure how much damage this phase does. Using meow has helped a lot during this phase and saves a revive. So basically after that, after he does the green AoE, he's back in his shield phase and he does the same attacks as before. So the process just repeats, doing the shield phase, damage phase, the green swirl, AoE, and then back to the shield. And just doing this till basically the boss is dead. The more damage you do solo or in a group lets you bypass a lot of the different phases for him. So you'll have less phases that you have to worry about the shield, the large AoE, etc. Some recommended HP that I think is good for the boss is about 250. 300, 350 is probably more ideal, lets you live a lot longer and you can probably tank some of his attacks. Recommended attack or magic attack probably be around 20 billion plus if you're trying to solo this. Probably around 15 to 10 billion if you're going to be doing this in a group of like 2 or 3 people. Also, another thing to note is if you actually manage to kill the Wind God and you don't manage to do 20% damage, you actually still get rewards. In my kill, I carried 2 other people. They both did about 10 to 11% and I did the majority of the damage for the rest, and they still got about 6 to 7 breathstones just because they got the kill. So that's it for the Wind God basically. Also, if you liked the video, remember to like and subscribe and let me know what you want to see down in the comments below. And yeah, till the next video, see ya.